Secretary in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ibrahim Lamuwa, has refuted the allegation of sexual harassment levied against him by an aide of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. It will be recalled Simisola Ajayi had written a petition to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, through her lawyer Femi Falana-San, alleging Lamuwa sexually harassed her severally. The ministry's staff on Tuesday staged a protest against the permanent secretary. Responding to the allegation in a statement, Lamuwa, via his lawyer, discredited the claims. The statement read, "We are legal representatives of Ambassador Ibrahim Lamuwa, hereinafter referred to as our client, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and have been authorized to make the following statement on his behalf in response to allegations of sexual harassment levied against him by Mrs. Simisola O. Fajimirokun Ajayi, an aide to the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs." The media, particularly the social media, has been inundated with the digital copy of a petition written by legal representatives of Mrs. Simisola O. Fajimirokun Ajayi against Ambassador Lamuwa. This petition was clearly leaked in order to generate sympathy for her unsubstantiated claims. We wish to state categorically that our client has never made any sexual advances towards Mrs. Simisola Ajayi, who he is aware is a married woman. Neither has he ever made suggestive comments or innuendos that requested any form of untoward relationship between himself and her. Our client distinctly recalls the events that took place at the ministry's retreat on October 7, 2023, where Mrs. Simisola Ajayi claims that he invited her to his room. Our client states categorically that he never made such an invitation and that his only communication with Mrs. Ajayi, which was an overt one, was where he checked on her, like he did to all participants, on whether they had been well lodged in their hotels. He further recalls that the incident where he spoke of her as a nursing mother during the same retreat was in a colloquial conversation they were having with other participants, where one participant even responded jokingly that when a woman says her baby, it could mean either her husband or one of her children, of which he innocently joked, asking, "How big is the baby?" Our client maintains that those conversations were made jokingly and sees their misinterpretation as malicious and with ill intent. Our client also maintained that it is an absurdity for Mrs. Ajayi to claim that he invited her to Hong Kong, given that the conversation they were both having was on how Hong Kong had digitized its work processes as far back as 1999. Our client wonders how such a conversation became interpreted as an invitation for her to travel alongside himself, knowing fully well that she is an aide to the minister. How can she possibly leave the minister to follow the permanent secretary on a vacation Would that not be the height of delusion for the one requesting as well as the one heeding to the request? It is clear that the minister's aide has interpreted ordinary conversation made openly and in the presence of other participants for untoward intentions. We believe that these allegations are directly tied to our client's firm objections raised regarding improper requests that Mrs. Fajimorokun Ajayi made, particularly to financial matters in the ministry. For example, Mrs. Fajimorokun Ajayi made a trip to the World Economic Forum, Davos, of which she sought a reimbursement from the ministry for. Our client firmly explained to her that while the ministry may look at avenues to refund her expenses, it is not the appropriate process for a trip to be made without an approval and then funded with taxpayers' money. Further to this is the fact of Mrs. Fajimorokun Ajayi's unfamiliarity with civil service rules and processes, where she had requested for our client access to policy files and even financial records of high-level activities of the ministry. By no means should the permanent secretary, as chief accounting officer of the ministry, provide such sensitive documents to an aide of the ministry. Was via a WhatsApp chat. There are due processes in government and they must be followed. We must emphasize that Mrs. Ajayi is a political appointee and not a civil servant. Thus, matters of finance and policy are out of bounds for her in this instance. It is crucial to mention that our client, in all his 32 years of service in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, never received a query nor a report against him bordering on harassment, let alone sexual harassment. In the course of this period, our client has served in Hong Kong, Canada, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and more recently Senegal, and there has never been a negative report on his conduct in any of these countries. All right, let's hear what people have to say on top this matter. This matter heavy. This matter, person not even know the truth, whether na the truth when the permanent secretary they talk, abi the foreign minister they talk. We don't know the truth. Make we hear wetin people get to say about this whole matter. Don't ever trust political appointees. They can mess you up. Now what? There is no smoke where there is no fire. Now true shall. And please redeploy him to Ministry of Women Affairs. Perhaps he has been doing and getting away with it. This one is the straw that will break the camel's back. Okay, we go know. Always base your points on facts, not mere sentiments or emotions. For now, you have nothing against the defendant and he remains innocent. Allow investigations to conclude who's at fault between the two. That is very true. Let investigation start and let's know who is at fault between the very two. I pray our judiciary will do their work very well. Yoruba women are accusing people for rape. Maybe it's a tactic they want to use to pursue the man out of office so that they can replace him with a Yoruba person. They paid her to tarnish his record of service, Nigeria for Yoruba. Because he's from your region, you are concluding what you know nothing about. I beg my people, let us know exactly. Let the the judiciary, let the people, the law take its course. Let's know wetin happen between these two people, because this man know say this woman marry. He get husband, he get children. But our people shall men these days, they not even care whether person marry or you not marry. They go leave their wife and their children, go come they pursue another person wife and talk say they dey the same office. You no go face your own, you no go marry your own. Make Nigerians, make our men, make them dey hear very well, make them dey leave their wife or how they come dey pursue another person. E go backfire o. This one don backfire. 32 years in service, e wan come go down like this. All right, my people, we've come to the end of this ogbonge matter wey dey ground. Thank you for tuning in to listen. Till I come your way next time, I still remain your person. Bye for now.